Ready for the best local music talent in West Virginia? It's time for the Kaiser Music Local Artist Spotlight on Lake Country 95.7 3WS. Now, here's your host, Bill Wise.
It's a Saturday afternoon. It's the Local Artist Spotlight brought to you by Kaiser Music here in Summersville. If you'd like to get yourself heard on Lake Country, look up Kaiser Music WV on Facebook and make contact with Marianne. Today's show, very special show for you. We have Neil Curry and the music of Neil Curry for you this afternoon. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Doing well, Neil. How's things going? You're in what, Marmet?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
All right, so kind of like centrally located in West Virginia. I bet you do a lot of playing all over the state.
Yes, I'm very excited to get actually back into it now that the pandemic's over.
Neil, tell us a little bit about yourself. Give us some background.
Well, I moved off to St. Louis to get my degree in music from Webster University in St. Louis, Missouri. I come back, and my old guitar instructor told me he was moving, and he said, hey, I'll give you all my students. And I started teaching at Fret and Fiddle. It's a music store in St. Albans, West Virginia. I taught there till Joe Dobbs passed away. And then I moved my teaching to Taze Valley area, and I was teaching there. It was doing great, and then the pandemic hit, and then I adjusted to teaching online so that I could keep my business going, and I'm still teaching online right now, and I teach my students how to read music, music theory, improvisational techniques, how to switch chords. I'm teaching guitar to beginner to advanced level, and I'm teaching beginner piano, bass, mandolin, and ukulele lessons. I'm starting to get a blues band going, and we're going to try to get out and start playing.
Man, I tell you what, a blues band is something you don't hear a whole lot of here in West Virginia.
Yes, I know. I thought, I really love B.B. King, Stevie Ray Vaughan, reggae music, and funk and blues. So I said, I'm going to start a band like that because you're right, there is not very many bands like that around here, so I thought I'd bring something different for everybody to listen to.
All right, when you got into music, Neil, was it on guitar or was it on a different instrument?
It was on guitar. My friends had a guitar. I asked my parents for a guitar, and they first thought, nah, he won't stick to it. So I went to my grandmother and asked her, and she said, will you practice every day? And I said, yes, I will. And so my parents and my grandmother went in and bought me a guitar for Christmas.
All right, what was it?
It was a Stinger. It was the beginner type of guitar you could get with an amp. And it took everything for him to get that guitar. And I asked my dad for lessons, and then we found a guy that trained me how to read music and music theory. And then I studied from 15 all the way up to 21 guitar with this teacher, and then I moved off to St. Louis.
Wow. So you have had music's been a large part of your life for a long, long time.
Yes, it has.
All right, Neil, let's set up your first song. Marianne sent me a couple of good ones. Miss One of a Kind is a pretty good one. I like it. I had a chance to listen to it a little bit earlier before we went on the air, and kind of give me the backstory on that one.
All right. There's this lady named Connie Wolf. She's a West Virginia person, but she goes to Nashville a lot, and we have written a lot of songs. She wrote the lyrics for it. Then I actually recorded that song at a friend of mine's house named Billy Starcher up in Summersville, West Virginia. It was all West Virginia musicians. This amazing dobro player played on it, and I forgot his name right offhand because I'm on this radio, but he was awesome, and he's a West Virginia guy as well. And then we put all that together, and it had a blast.
All right, submitted for your approval. It's Miss One of a Kind, Neil Curry on the Kaiser Music Local Artist Spotlight.
Hello, Miss One of a Kind. I think I've seen you somewhere before. I meet you every night in a place I keep sweet memories stored. What can I do, girl, to win your heart? How could I make you look my way? How can I spend forever in your tender arms and see your loving eyes in the light of day? Can I help you erase the past and start your life over again? Somehow I know you won't mind if I ask. I wanna be your lover and your friend. What can I do, girl, to win your heart? How could I make you look my way? How can I spend forever in your tender arms and see your loving eyes in the light of day? What can I do, girl, to win your heart? How could I make you look my way? How can I spend forever in your tender arms and see your loving eyes in the light of day?
It's Miss One of a Kind, Neil Curry, on the Kaiser Music Local Artist Spotlight. Neil, during the course of the song, the dobro player came to you.
Yes, it was Chris Stockwell, and it was fun. The way in music recording is my friend Billy said, "Hey, I know an amazing dobro player," and we emailed him the tracks to his house, and he recorded on them and then sent the tracks back to us, and then we mixed it all together.
All right. Well, I mean, I like that. Good stuff. We'll hear another one of your tunes coming up here in just a little bit. I was looking at your bio. You've been around a little bit. I see playing with Marty Brown, Jamie O'Neill. You've played with Jamie O'Neill. I met her down in Nashville years back.
What's so funny is where I didn't listen to country music at the time. Bobby Cyrus, he's a guy from Louisa, Kentucky. We was backing up this kid named Seth Bunning, and he said, "Hey, we're having this lady named Jamie O'Neill play with us." But at that level, you can learn all the songs and meet just on the stage and play the songs with no practice at all. And we was eating in the bus, and she come in, and I didn't even know who she was. But after she left, then I YouTubed her, and I went, "Holy crap, I can't believe I played with her."
I see you played in a New Orleans jazz band. I bet that was a ton of fun.
It was actually the college I went to. We did a tour out there, and we played music, and it was amazing. We played all the bars out there in New Orleans with this full jazz band, and got to hear some great music.
Of course, Neil, bottom line, you're wanting to get to Nashville and hit the big time.
Yes, and the way that is going to happen is get more online guitar students, and I can still contribute to West Virginia by teaching, and because it's very expensive down there to live, and I'm praying ways to find more students to teach how to read music and do a great job, or even grants, or people that wants to contribute to the arts. And actually, the owner of Fret and Fiddle Building, a guy named Chris Nagorka, I'm teaching, and I had WSAZ come and do a news story to educate people how Zoom works, and he gave a testimonial, and that's on my website with YouTube link at the bottom as well.
That's the great thing about Zoom and about social media and the internet. You can, spend FaceTime with someone in the next town or halfway across the world, and that's how you present your lessons. You could practically teach anybody anywhere.
Yes, and it works. I've been doing it through the whole pandemic for all 3 years, and my students are very pleased, and they're growing, and it's a blessing knowing that you're helping somebody achieve their goal.
All right, Neil, next song is called My Home. Give us the story behind that one.
This song is amazing. I wrote a song that I wanted to write about West Virginia and make it a little bit more edgier. Most West Virginia songs are like ballads, and I said I wanted to write one that sounded like authentic country, but with a little bit of an edge to it. And I called up one of my friends asking for a fiddle player, and I had James Price come, and he was the fiddle player for Ralph Stanley.
Oh, wow.
So I had him come in, and we recorded this song in West Virginia, and it's all West Virginia musicians. I had a guy named Anders Bush play bass on it, a guy named Giles Watson play the B3 Hammond on it, a lady named Glenda Briscoe sang the backups on it, and Fred Mumile was the drummer, and then he engineered the song. And then I wrote this song again with Connie Wolf, and we recorded that. And then also both these songs I have on YouTube, and I made professional video with it as well.
This is Neil Curry, My Home, on the Kaiser Music Local Artist Spotlight.
It's a place of life and beauty, a home to simple things. I'm cradled by the lonely hills and sung to by the streams. There are no words to speak of the pull my soul can feel from the winding roads and legends of the West Virginia hills. The rivers march like armies from the mountains to the vale. It's a land like no other, there is a magic spell. I pray that they will come out here and free me from the grind. She calls me from my dreams when I close my eyes. Those mountains, they are my home. Like an old friend, you're with me where I roam. Your song on the wind I've always known. So much about her, sometimes it's like I'm there, walking in the ancient wood and drinking in her beer. I see the morning mist rise if I stop and close my eyes. I see the sunset glow again across the evening sky. Those mountains, they are my home.
Music Local Artist Spotlight, Neil Curry and My Home. And Neil, this is a song that you would like to take to the next level and see someone big down in Nashville cut that.
Yes, I would love to actually either get Brad Paisley to cut it or Chris Stapleton or someone of that stature to cut it. And I'm really wanting to get into songwriting. And the same for the other song, Miss One of a Kind. Someone that wants to sing real authentic country, I would like to try to get them to cut it as well.
All right, well, we certainly have enjoyed your music today. If somebody, wants to get in touch with you about maybe some Zoom lessons, how do they need to get a hold of you?
My phone number is 304-541-5793. And if you wanted to hear some more testimonials about me and my approach and hear videos of me playing, you would go to my website, Neil, Neil, Curry, Curry, guitar, guitar.com. That's neilcurryguitar.com.
Now, what other social medias are you on?
Well, my marketing guy has me on TikTok. We're trying to get that going. And also Instagram. And I'm also on YouTube. But my YouTube link, if you go to my website, neilcurryguitar.com, and scroll to the bottom, it has that YouTube icon. You can click on that, and it has other originals of mine on there as well.
All right, Neil, it's been a pleasure. Good luck in Nashville, and who knows? You could be the next big thing, and you got your broken West Virginia right here on Lake Country 95.7.
Well, thank you.
All right, Neil Curry, our local artist spotlight for this Saturday. That does it up for another show. If you would like to get yourself heard on Lake Country 95.7 3WS, all you have to do is go over to Facebook and look up Kaiser Music WV, get in touch with Marianne, and get the ball rolling right there. Of course, Kaiser Music, Line 6 amplification, and Breedlove guitars, and so much more. Check them out. They have the perfect gift for that music lover on your list. We'll see you next Saturday.
To get yourself heard on the local music spotlight, go to Kaiser Music on Facebook and set up your very own audition. Join us next Saturday as we spotlight another West Virginia homegrown artist. This has been a production of WSWW-FM, a WVRC media station. All rights reserved.